Welcome back, everybody. This is the beginning, man. The beginning of season 2 of the Blue Coats Beat. I'm your host, Tony
Yes.
Cutillo, joined by always Mr. Joe Richmond of the Blue Coats. Joe, what's going on, buddy?
Yo, it's your boy, Coach Joe, the ambassador of basketball for your 2023. No, we are 24, 25, Tone. Good Lord. Time has went fast, Tone.
Time is going real fast, man. It's
Man,
exciting too. I'm
yes,
starting to, the juices are starting to pump up, man.
yeah.
October 1st comes, right? And we just start getting juiced up.
Yo, it's like the season. It's like we just finished the season and here we are. How was your summer though, Tone? I know you was crazy busy.
Not as busy as you. Not as busy as you. I couldn't even get a hold of you, man. You were like a different court every day. You're different libraries, family
Man,
functions, community event. You're everywhere, man.
man, it's been a minute. Did we even talk about summer league? Did I
No,
haven't talked to you since summer league?
right? Nothing, man. We. That's why we had to take a break. You were so busy.
Wow, wow. All right, man. Come on, let's talk to everybody. Let's talk. Let's see what they want to talk about. Let's talk. It's enough about me and you. What are we talking about? Let's
Oh
talk to our
man,
people.
listen, man. Let's start off. Let's start off. Unfortunately, with a somber note, man. We lose a great legend, a great. You say ambassador. This was a great ambassador to the game, right? Dikembe
Oh
Mutombo,
man.
who Joe, I didn't even know he was sick. Like I had no idea. Did you?
Yeah, you hear things, this, that, and the
Okay.
third, but you want to keep it quiet, right? Respect the family, this, that, and the third. Sometimes, most of these players are things, it's a mortality thing, right? When you've been that type of person for so long, you don't want anyone to see you in any other type of light. And one thing about Matumbo, he just had a certain dignity about him. You know what I mean? He had a certain
Yep.
dignity about him, and he just was so he had this reverence about him. If you ever really been around him, he was humble, but his presence was just amazing. But it's so sad. When I heard it, I was really really hurt because I mean it's funny. He's a year younger than me. You know what I mean?
Wow. It's crazy, man. It makes you think. Like life is just too short, man. It's you got to take care of yourself, and because you just never know, right? Not saying he did. It's something that just happens, right?
Yo,
We can't control it, and I think
I,
the
I,
most
I,
important part about that is how good he was with the
yeah,
community,
yeah. I want to
right?
give you a funny. I want to give you a funny Matumbo story,
Oh,
right?
here we go. I like this.
So we had osteopathic on City Line Avenue. That's when Samuel Dallenberg just got drafted, right?
Wow.
So these are Larry Brown years, right? And they up there balling, you got Speedy Claxton and all those guys, and they up there balling. And I mean Samuel Dallenberg is just hacking the mess out of Matumbo, right? Like he's blocking his shot, but he's really fouling Matumbo. And like Matumbo just like he just stopped and slammed the ball to the floor. He's like, Coach, he's like, somebody better tell this young boy to slow the hell down before I hurt him.
I love it. Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it now.
It was just too funny. And Dallenberg just was, full of energy,
Yep.
jumping out the gym. It's like almost a story with Magic Johnson did all that and jumped on Kareem back, and Kareem was like, "Yo, slow down, rookie. We got like 80 more of these games."
Yep. Yep.
but that's
And
but
that's, I will say this and see if you agree with this. I was talking about this the other day, and it was just, it's a different kind of take about it. But I feel like he's another athlete in Philadelphia that wasn't respected as much and revered, and indirectly, meaning because remember we were constantly trying to grind to find that 1B to AI. Who was going to be AI's guy? Who was going to be the wing guy? And he was never a big time scorer. He wasn't a big offensive threat, but when he came here, we all expected him to be this huge
fact.
offensive and that just wasn't in his repertoire. It just wasn't his game. And I think we overlook how good he was for this team picking up for Theo Ratliff. He being even though unfortunately, listen, who wouldn't have got manhandled by Shaq, right? I mean,
Right.
we could have had three Matombos out there. It didn't matter.
Not with that Shaq. Not with that Shaq. Maybe the later Shaq, the
Yeah,
Boston Shaq, we would have handled, but not that Shaq, boy.
exactly,
Yeah, but
exactly.
no, Matumbo, like you said, you look at Georgetown, who was relentless for, developing big guys. And, at that moment in history, right? From
Yep.
Othello Harrington to Morning, Patrick, and then you had Dikembe, you know what I mean? But he just, John Thompson really just taught mostly off the defense, right? The big man. Everything they did was off the glass,
Yep.
putbacks and things of that nature. Ewing developed the jump shot and things of that nature. But Mutombo, he was just a runner from rim to rim, right?
Yep.
Rim to rim to rim, rim to rim, rim to rim. And that's what his game was. But you're so true. We did expect him to add more on the scoring punch, but his defense was his offense, and that was a beautiful thing. It's so funny if you look at the reverse. World Be Free said, "My offense is my defense."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's kind of what I felt bad, man. He was trying to pull out that little hook shot that just wasn't
Yeah,
happening, but he was
yeah.
trying everything, man. I got to give it to him. He was trying everything. Now speaking of big men, man, we got to get to the Sixers and, listen, 25-pound weight loss on Joel Embiid. Like this dude looks completely cooked, meaning in a good way, chiseled, slimmed down. They said they were. I mean, I hate to say he just bought in because he's always bought in, but I think he's on a mission this year, Joe. He really is.
And that's a great thing, right? And that's for any athlete. Like even the great athletes we have in the G League, right? The one thing we always stress: nothing beats being prepared, but being in shape, right? When you're in shape,
Yep.
that kind of takes away a lot of things, right? You can have a lot of deficiencies, but when you got those guys that's in shape that can run that court, that's just give you that 40 minutes of hell, like the old what's my Nolan Richardson thing.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like when you got those type of players that can just come to, and that's for anything. Joel is always going to be great, even if he's, he going to wake up great, right? He going to go to
Yep.
sleep great. He going to take a shower great, right? He going to get in his car great. But when you in shape, it just takes you to another level. And I know we all ready and excited. I think the extension is great. He just had a dedication of a basketball court in honor of his brother
Yep.
over the weekend at the Six-Man Center. And you can just tell he's happy, right? You can see him smiling more, engaging more. And ain't nothing like a happy person. I don't care what kind of world you work in, right? Even in your
Yep.
own household. And he's just happy. You can see that he's kind of like, okay, I got this. I understand. I see everything. I feel the whole night. Like he gets the whole package, and you can just see it. And I don't think none of it has anything to do with basketball. I truly believe it's just something that's within him that says he's happy where he's at in his life with his family, and
Yes.
just who he is. And it's just a good thing to see. And I think you're going to see that on the court. You're going to see not healthy in a physical matter, but just healthy in a culture matter, right? You're just going to see a healthy Sixers team out there where everybody really likes each other, want to play together, buying into whatever thing that coach and them are trying to accomplish down there, which I have no clue because you know me, I'm 100% blue coach and Coach
Oh
Longobardi.
yeah.
But I love my Sixers, and and I always said that when I got hired, I'm a fan first and I'm an
Yep.
employee second. And I love what I see, and I'm so excited, especially for the guys that we're going to have with us down with the Blue Coats. That's just that is just the next level excitement for us.
That's the big part, man. And it's funny. I was doing a remote show the other night, and we were talking about the blue coats, and we were talking about what me and you have talked about the culture, right? That it starts in Delaware and it just gets into Philly. And just seeing the amount of talent that we produce at a blue coat level that's going on, whether it be with the Sixers or another NBA franchise, right?
Facts,
To see
facts,
our guys out there producing more than any other franchise, by the way, more than any
man.
other franchise, we got guys to
And you
produce,
just
Joe.
you just think about it, man. You look at a Christian Woods, right? You look
Yep.
at a Champagne, right? You look at a Jared Springer, right? With Boston. You look at a
Look at
Haywood
Kenny
Highsmith.
Lofton, right?
You
Kenny
look at Kenny,
Lofton.
like Kenny Lofton. You look at our guys, right? The Paul Reeds of the
Yep.
world, right? The Jeff Doughtons. Like
Yep.
you look at what we produce down here with the Blue Coats. It is beyond the way they have it set up is like it is just you know what I'm saying, like you make your best meal and it's like yo, like when you finish it and you grab that spoon and you taste it, you be like yo, this is so different. Like that's the Blue Coats, like
Yes.
everything that Coach Longobardi does. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you really look at Coach Longobardi, the team has his pulse because he's so dang on passionate.
Yep.
I mean, coach is so like everything matters to coach from the freaking warm-ups
Yep.
to the pre-workouts. He's even out there with the players. He's actually rebounding and passing to the players. I mean, look how
Huge.
many it's just it's so huge, man.
Yep.
And it's all and know what it is? He's always out there with that young player.
Yes.
He's
Getting in his
always
ear.
if you come to a Blue Coats game and you come and see the games early, Coach Longobardi, listen, Coach Ryan is doing his thing, Coach JP is doing his thing. We just got the new coach, assistant coach Micah Fraction. Mike is going to be doing his thing as Sham God did his thing, who's now with Boston. But Coach is out there. He's working with those young guys that just came aboard. And if I'm a young player coming into this basketball league at this level, and I'm kind of was the man where I was at in school, and I'm nervous, but then I come on the court and the coach is telling me, hey man, come on, let's go, I'm going to go out here, and the coach is rebounding for me, the
Yep.
coach is passing me the ball, the coach is giving me my structure in the pregame before anybody's even in the building. That's huge, Tony. That's so huge.
Lead by example, right? I mean, we
Facts.
talk about that all the time. That's a lead by when you like, and as many times have I coaches, Joe, and as many times as I coach kids, and you've done the same thing and still do it. And you look at, they look to you, man. They look to you. Like, I'll give you a quick example, man. When you have like, I actually retired from coach because all my kids aged out. And it was a fantastic run. I'll get back into it another day, but for right now, it was a fantastic run. But I went to watch one of my former players' football games last weekend. And you would have thought I gave him $1 million. Like his face lit up because I watched him for years, and I'm like, he's like, Coach Tony. Like it was, you could tell they buy in, man. We as coaches, you mean more to these kids and these players than you really know, and he takes on that role hugely for the Blue Coats.
And it's so funny because the one thing I like about Coach Longobardi and Coach Kobe Carl did it before him, right? To get that culture, and is right. We're a team, right?
Yep.
It's not basketball operations and business operations. It's the Blue Coach operation, right?
Yep.
They made it all one. We all support one another. The trainers. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And I've been in. I'm going to say I'm going on what my 12th, 13th year. I forget what it is. They all enrolled into one now. After my 10th season, I just stopped counting.
You're having fun, man. Time
Right,
flies when you're having
right,
fun.
right. So you look at all these young people that I just named that you had alluded to that has going on even around the league, not just with the Sixers,
Yep.
and you watch them growth and you watch them have these things, and you've seen a excitement in their family's eyes and things of that nature. And the one thing about the Blue Coats in the G League is you see it growing, right? Right, Tone is just
Yep.
growing, and the talent level is phenomenal, right? So
Yes.
we just had three tryouts, right? We had the first one at the Chase Field House, our home court. Then we had the second one at the Six Man Center, the Allen Horowitz Center in Philadelphia, which has just been built. It's a beautiful facility. If you haven't been there, Tone, you go in there, you're going to be amazed. They got a mural of Joel Embiid up there, and like I
Ooh.
said, they just dedicated court last Friday in his
Yep.
brother's honor. And then the last one we had was at a beautiful Delaware State University, historic HBCU university, and the relationship that we're building down there. The talent is just through the roof, right?
Yep.
Tone, I ain't gonna lie, I've been doing this a long time. I don't know where this talent is different. These young people get it a little earlier, right? They
Yep.
understand and they want to be great. They want to be great, and they understand the grind that they have to take to make it in the G League. They understand the numbers games, right? Because technology
Yes.
has educated you a little bit more than when we grew up, right? You
Oh,
kind of,
huge.
you're right. You kind of, you got great shows like the one we're on, correct? It's kind of giving you inside information on
Yes.
certain things. So these guys know, and it's just a phenomenal leadership out there and grooming these next guys. And everybody got a trainer now, right?
Yep.
Everybody's eating healthy, right?
Yep.
Everybody knows how to get their reps in because there's so much on YouTube and this and that and things of that nature. So it was such a pleasure to watch the tryouts, watch this young talent come from around the country, and who knows where they're going to end up. Maybe we do get the next Chris Clarke, right?
Yep.
Chris Clarke came to a tryout, right? He paid his money like everybody else, and he ended up making the team. And guess what? Chris Clarke actually had, I want to say, somewhere between 18 to 20 starts in the G League
Yes.
from a
Yes.
tryout, Tony.
Walking on.
So don't tell me that your dreams can't come true. Don't tell me everybody say, yeah, it's 1 in a million shot. Well, guess what? That 1 million might be you. You might be
Yes.
that one.
Yeah.
If you believe in yourself, if you put the work in, like you said, like you talked about in the beginning, how Joel Embiid put that work in, and his
Yep.
body's right, and he's looking right, his mind is right, he's healthy, he's happy. You can be that one too. If you nothing beats work, nothing beats
No.
putting the work in, and that's why I love being on here with you because you've always prepared me, and I appreciate you really preparing me to come on here and talk basketball, and I can talk basketball with you all day long. So I'm gonna leave you with this, right? So we had to try out. We had to try out at the Chase Fieldhouse, right?
Okay.
I mean, Jameer Nelson's there, Prosper's there. I mean, the Sixers scouts are in the building. It's phenomenal. But guess who walked in the building, Tony?
Who?
My brother Mike played at the University of Texas El Paso, and his assistant coach at the University of Texas El Paso was Tiny Day Archibald.
Wow.
And he walked in that gym. When I tell you, it seemed like the whole building just stopped. Like everybody was looking. One of the top 75 players in the game walked in the building, and he still hold a record that nobody, I don't think, could break. What he led the league. He led the league in assists and scoring in the same season.
Wow. See that, and that's what you get, man. That like that's what I love about it. And I'll close on this and what you just said about the work ethic and the grind, and people get it. And I will say, and not just because we're talking here, but listen, I'm 46 years old, and I was told for many years I'm too old. I was told that I can't hang. I was told I don't have enough broadcast experience. I was told a lot. I just kept going, Joe. I just kept going till finally somebody like Alex and then gave me a shot, right? So it happens. And again, it brings us to where we're at today. Now, a year later, here we are for season 2. And bigger guests, bigger moments, getting on media day. We're gonna be at media day, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. And real fast, can we give a shout out? I gotta give a shout out because I know you gotta go, but just got a promotion because Jenna was a huge, huge part of this by getting this set up for me. She's behind the scenes. She's always helping me, getting me the music, getting me everything, and just got promoted to marketing director. And again, there you go, right? There you go. Somebody's just working her way up.
And that girl started out giving out tickets at the front door.
There you go. There, see,
Right?
there it is, man. It's all about work, man. It's all
Jenna
about work.
Koskinen. Jenna Koskinen started at the Blue Coast as an intern, giving out tickets at the front door, and now she is running things.
Yep.
And guess what? You put the work in, Tone,
Yep.
you get rewarded. Facts. You put the work in, you get rewarded. And that's what life is about. And that's why I love doing our show because we put the work in.
Yes.
We put the work in.
You
And
get out of it what you give into
yes,
it, man.
and I'm so
Simple as
thankful that
that.
you put that work in. But I love when I saw Coach Longo face and Coach Prosper and Jameer Nelson. They stood up. They stood up. You know
Yes.
what I mean? They stood up. They're like, yo, that's Tiny Nate Archibald. Coach Randy Ayers, Ryan Ayers' dad, who's the assistant coach for us, his dad was there, and he said, "Yo, that's Tiny Nate Archibald." Like, yes, like, yo, like this for you to be a young player that came to a G League tryout and one of the top 75 players ever to play in this game walk in the door.
Yep.
Yo, that's the price of admission right there.
100%. You
And
think
he's
about it,
talking.
because some kids go to camp, right? And remember, like back in the day, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully, but they say, I'm going to meet a player, right? And you meet like the backup catcher. You're like, all right. You're like, okay. I mean, he's a player, but dude, you got one of the best players ever walking in. I mean, how can you be upset, man? Like, how can you be like, wow? Like, and not be in all of that, man. It's amazing.
Like, yeah, you already got the head coach there. You already got all the
Yep.
scouts there. You already got the GM. You already got the general manager for the Blue Coats, Jameer Nelson, who how many 14 years playing
Yes.
from St. Joe's to Orlando Magic, and you got all that experience that's teaching you and talking to you at these tryouts, right? You got Prosper of 76ers who's in the building talking to you, giving you guidance and instruction. You got Ryan Ayers, who was a top player himself, now an assistant coach out there teaching you and talking to you. So, and then you got one of the top 75 that ever played a game sitting on the baseline watching you. It's just beyond. I mean, I was jealous. I wish I was
Yes.
still playing and I had those kind of eyes on me. And Tone, it was something to behold. So, we're excited. We know where we're about to go. Looking forward to all the players that are going to be gracing Chase Fieldhouse this season. I think the Sixers did a phenomenal job in drafting. I love that they're also doing a phenomenal job. And I love Coach Nurse because, like he said, he believes in the G League. He
Yep.
believes in the culture that he set and all the other coaches before him and GMs before him set. And that's why we've been one of the most successful G League teams in the whole league. We have been very successful. And it starts with your Larry Milas, your Alex Yos, your Prospers, your Elton Brands, right? We've had some phenomenal people that have been in that building that has gotten to where we are. And guess what, Tone? I can't wait to see you at Media Day
Yes,
down at
baby.
Chase Fieldhouse. And
Yes.
we chip chasing this season, Tone. We chip
Yes.
chasing again.
Yes, we are. We're all chip chasing, brother. We all chip chasing, man. This has been great. Listen, everybody, make sure you're liking and subscribing to the show. You can get it on YouTube. You can get it on Spotify. You get it on Apple. Wherever you get your podcast from, you get on YouTube, as always, in an audiogram format. You don't listen. You can go on YouTube. Listen, whether it's a Delaware Blue Coats page, whether it's a Heat Ratio Sports page, it doesn't matter. You get it everywhere. For Tony, for Coach Joe, for Delaware Blue Coats, man, we're going to be back with episode 2 shortly. Hopefully, maybe from Media Day. Maybe episode 2 will be from Media Day. Who knows? You just
Ooh,
never know
Tone,
who we're going to have on
yes.
this year, Joe.
And guess what? And go to bluecoats.team for all your information. Schedules
Yes.
are up and ready to rock and roll. We got Fan Fest coming on October the 18th. Fan Fest. We're inviting all our fans. It's free for the whole community. Tone, that's going to be an amazing day. Fan Fest on a Friday night, Chase Fieldhouse. We
Ooh,
got so much for the kids and the family.
I might
It's
have
going
to
to be
be there.
so
I
much
think I got to
fun.
be
There's going
there,
to be
Joe.
vendors out there, inflatables. We're going to have so much giveaways for the people. Our schedule is up for free open gym throughout the season. So go to bluecoats.team for all your information and stay rocking with us.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Everybody, as always, man, stay safe, stay healthy. The Blue Coats way for Tony and Joe signing out. We'll catch you back here next time.